How's everybody doing? Good morning. Hello, Mohammed. What's up, Tesh? How you doing, bud? Thanks for the tier 3 resub. 38 months. Good morning to Mr. Ted. Hey, Coacher. Nerd Rocker. I think you were first in today. Keener. Hello, Chicken Pants. Hello, Happiest Bear. Okay, we'll need some help. We were also talking about team arenas recently. Figured we could give some a try today. I guess Arena Kings is also happening in an hour or so. I'll have to decide maybe I should play it or something. I don't know. Arena Kings, I'm not really here nor there about. Hello, J-Rex, Apetka, mostly alive. Yep, exactly, Mohamedov. That's the one. God bless him, Tesh. God bless him. God bless Chess TV. Did you see the latest video, Miha? Just trying to keep everyone up to date. That's right, Gob. Looking to direct people towards the latest YouTube video. Say hello to the Europeans. Just trying to tick all the boxes here. Inclusivity. It's a delicate subject, Nerd Rocker. It's not easy to do. Let's get a warm-up game. So if you guys can't even title a YouTube video, how am I supposed to enlist you to help my puzzle series? I made sure to do it in a way that would be difficult to detect, Mattis. I made sure not to win. I chose not to win. Otherwise, it would be a little obvious. Go B4 here. Has anyone ever played in a team arena? I think chess.com has had a few before, but they're not like super popular. I thought it could be fun to try. We'd have to make our own clubs though, make our own teams. Bishop G4. This one's kind of a problem. We've never hosted one, so I don't think you would have played in one for us before. Yeah, club versus club is different. I think it's kind of like a team arena, but what I'm talking about is like multiple teams play in the same arena. I played in those club ones too. This is like 4 clubs play in the same arena, for example. Takes, and on like 94 or something, I guess he's got knight c2. So let's castle. He still can't go here or here. Just gotta go like knight g8, which is pretty depressing, I guess. There's a lot of hanging stuff here. Oh wow, 30-day play streak. Didn't even realize. Oh, getting some big alerts here. 30-day play streak. Did you guys see they added this? It's like attached to your profile now. Yes. You're on a roll. Play again tomorrow to keep your streak going. I'm really streaking. Look, it's Inception. Here we are. Let's put us over here for now. morning, Brian. Good morning, brah. Hello to Red Drum. Daryl, I heard there was a confirmation. The birds are talking. The birds are talking. Daryl and T.O. You have 302 right now, Tash? Holy. You guys are sweaty. It reminds me of when I tried to do the passport. And then Tash had like banked 230 of them already or something. Just natty. Hello, Markich. Good morning to Slice Serve. Well, Brian, I guess I'm referring to Puzzle Rush, where it's like a 3-minute timer. So the answer might be a little bit different in that sense than just like how much time should you spend on a puzzle in general. Looks a little too suspicious to get in there. So he can let this happen. I think I'll transfer a knight to e6 if he does that. Have to deal with this b5 stuff. No way around it. I become one with the pulsating universe. Probably gonna have to go here. Might be able to put a rook on b5 here. It's not that crazy. I want to play h5, h4. Okay, he's letting me take this. And then what? He's going to play rook b6. Bishop d8 next. I'll tell you, Big Habasu. I'll let you know. Jeez. I want to play this move. King G7 will be a useful move. Might have rook f7. There's not a lot I can do about that. I think it's winning for black at the end. It's kind of a pretty nice game. Even though we're down a rook. I maybe should have gone for rook h2 right now, but I actually didn't see knight g1, so I thought that I would still be able to do this. By the way, I also think this works because I don't think I can avoid a draw here. So, yeah. I think it was a draw no matter what there. Here, I actually shouldn't have taken this, I guess. Just like, I can take that pawn anytime. Play more slowly. Fun one. Yeah, the ordinary puzzles, Brian is not really what my series is going to be focused on. I think with those one, it's like, I guess there's some habits, but I'm sure a lot of what I talk about can be applied there. He's going to play e5. He can play bishop a6, but we'll make him earn it. Probably going to play knight d6. Don't really want to deal with knight there. Knight e4, we can go rook c1, and then knight d2. This is kind of a weird position. Definitely want to do this. It'll also open the rook up though, so not entirely sure about it. Knight f5, there's queen f6. Knight d3 or something. Need to move this knight and play f3. It's kind of annoying. We'll go here for now. Latin and Blonde, thanks for the tier 3. Thank you, Latinum. Guess we'll put this here. Maybe rook to c2. Position definitely improved in the last little while. It's gonna have this move soon. f5 and knight there, I think. Oh, that was a bad... Nice endgame. Alright. Thanks for the 40 months, Latinum. Let's see if we can get another win here. See if he goes here. There's f4. Okay. I'd love to trade this bishop off for something. Actually, don't really want it in my position. Okay, I think this is a good thing for me. I get to play bishop d3 and f5. Okay. We want to put the bishop on b5. It's a reasonably safe there. Just play rook b8. Knights are flexible in closed positions, so I'm just going to keep it on the board. Takes, he'll take with the h pawn. We can't really move about the cabin there. Wow, Chad allowing this. Ooh, I was gonna go there. Can't do that. I think we want our king on c7. We can go here and here, but I don't think that's very good. I can play rook g6 at some point. Closed position for the boys. If he wants to sack his knight and be down a rook, he's welcome to do so. He's got to take, obviously. We have knight e6 coming, so I'll just mate him here. Funny guy. Funny guy. Hello to Tim. You came at a great time. Checkmating this guy. He thought it was a draw. I have to say there's a little bit of an entitlement here to the result. Like, time is even, okay, but there's an entitlement to the result when the position looks like this. Like, he's got every single pawn on the same color as his bishop. This is just, you know, black feels more entitled to the point than white here. So I had to play on. Agreeing to a draw here would be a big concession, big ego concession. So I was looking, you know, we stream on Twitch and on Kick, right? And we had some Chess TV this morning. God bless them. God bless Chess TV. And I noticed that our Chess TV was linked to our Kick channel instead of our Twitch channel. Honest mistake. It's probably a bit confusing, like which channel to have it on what. But I noticed that because it was on our Kick channel, that this is what Chess TV looked like this morning. Meet Chessbra. Pushing the boundaries of chess entertainment. Go Chessbra. Chessbra is constantly pushing the boundaries of chess entertainment. And you can find us over on Kick. That's where you can find us. Yeah. Pushing the boundaries. People always asking, oh man, are the streams on Kick the same as they are on Twitch? Let you see for yourself. We're always pushing the boundaries here. Deep Dive, thanks for the 10 months. Kidongo TV, thanks for the 10 with Prime. And Drastic Eternal, 9 months with Prime. Was that Eric? Couldn't be. Couldn't be. Impossible. Hello, Deep Star 6. Yes, shout out to all my boundary pushers. I am looking to test out our Team Arena format and continue our work as a group, our group project on Puzzle Habits. Pushing the boundaries, Chicken Pants, is that you? You pushing a few boundaries? Good stuff, good stuff. Okay, we played a few warm-up games. We got our 2750 back. The puzzles. Yes, we're back to work. This is a building habits, but for puzzles. And I want to make a systematic approach to solving Puzzle Rush so that people could improve at it. So I think we came up with a good level 1 rule set, which was closest safe check, back rank mate, and if none of the above, take a free piece. Take a free piece. We're not doing any sacks, no like crazy tactics for level 1. And I think with these rules, you should be able to hit double digits reliably. Spending about 20 seconds per puzzle. So those worked out to be, hello to ABD and Pogodny, Creator X. We got a Habits username in chat. So if I follow these rules, closest safe check, back rank mate, and otherwise take free pieces, and never move the king on move 1. So to be perfectly honest with you, if I'm never moving the king on move 1, with our level 1 rules, we actually have to move the pawn. So this isn't truly part of level 1, but I actually do force us to do this. So let's say maybe we get that right. Closest check, there are none. Back rank, there's none. Free pieces, there's 1. Back rank, closest check, yes. Back rank, yes. Back rank, closest check. Closest check with highest value piece. Closest check. This one I would say is quite tough. If I'm looking for closest check, there's actually only one available check. But this one is a double check. It is the closest to the king, but it's on a pretty sketchy square. So I'd say, like, let's say we even get this one wrong. Queen here, closest check. There's no back rank. Closest check. Closest check to the enemy king. Now, this one, tough. Tough. That's a fork. We got a pawn. It's an endgame. We don't know those. Closest check. Closest check. These don't work. There's only one check. Closest check. There are a lot of checks here, but to be quite honest, knight f3 does fit the bill. It involves a pin, though, so let's even say that we don't get that one right. We just got 11 with... And there were even some that you could argue, like, oh, we would get those right. So we got 11 comfortably there. Could have even been 12, 13, maybe more. Because if we got one of these right, we would also see another puzzle. So could even be higher. So I feel like with those rules, you can pretty reliably hit double digits. There's only one check in the position. I do think that this is not necessarily the easiest, but let's say closest check. Although I think it's 50-50 between these two moves. Closest check. Closest check, back rank, and a free piece. This is like the hero move. It embodies every single one of our ideas. Never move the king, so that makes it easy. Closest check. Well, there's only one of those. Closest check. There's only one of those. Although I have to admit, this is a level 2 habit, so let's say we don't get it. Closest check and a hanging piece. Done. Closest check. No, this is too much. This is too much. Closest check. Closest and only check. And then closest check. And this is a level 2 habit that will be instated immediately. Let's say we don't get it right. Okay, we got 9 pretty comfortably. I think level 1 is pretty solid. What I'd like to figure out is what rules I can add to level 2 to help us get some correct that we're not getting correct, to maybe bump us up to like a reliable like 15 or something. Like basically which ones are we getting wrong with this first rule set that we need to amend so that we can finally get it correct. This is one of them, this like idea of sacking the queen for back rank mate. That's definitely one. So we've added that. That's part of level 2. We added some endgame habits about pushing pawns. That's correct. Archaeologic. That's correct. Add forks. Like just forks, just straight up. Do forks. Like I want to look at which ones we don't get right and start to categorize. So back rank, that's part of level 1. Hanging piece, back rank, level 1. Back rank, level 1. Back rank, free piece, level 1. Back rank, free piece, level 1. Now here's one we would definitely get wrong. However, in level 2, I've already added like, sack a piece with check as one of our level 2 rules. Look to sacrifice a piece with check. Here, that would qualify. Because I would say level 2, you want to definitely look for the available check. Here, we don't have any available checks except this. And when you're sacking a piece, you want to generally sack with your lower value piece first. So that your higher value piece can... So let's say that's level 2. We would get it wrong in level 1 though. Safest check to the king, safest check, safest check. This would be a level 2. So we've got this one covered. And like this one, for example. This one's tough. I'm not even sure if this is a level 2. But it does fall under the category of still like going with a check. Like generally you want to start your answer. Your solution should almost always feature a check. If you're not at like 15 or so. So I feel like still looking for the first available check or the only check in the position is the right way to do things. Then we could snag this queen. Again, here, look for the available check in the position. A lot of the ones from 10 to 15 I'm noticing are like check, 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 checkmate. It is a checkmate. It is with checks, but it takes a few moves. And those are tough to put into like a rule. I have also added Queen H4 or Queen H5 with a knight in the middle as a very common level 2 pattern. And this would immediately fall into that. This one, going for the closest safe check. This one, closest safe check, if you think about it, would actually be this square, right? If we're looking at all the squares around the king, this is the only one we can access. And then this is exactly that level 2 habit. Queen H5 with the knight here, and then sack the knight here and take the rook. This is like a permanent level 2 habit. Closest safe check, right? Looking at all the squares around the king, where's the safe check? Well, this is all we've got. Closest safe check. I've only got one, right? And then I've got a back rank. So with level 2, we can, we got up there all of a sudden with just a few extra rules. So I'm trying to add some habits to get us up to like 15 at least, reliably. I think so, Trombetta, but for the most part, I think those are after. Those are like, 15 to like low 20s, or maybe even after that. But definitely that'll probably be the next level habit. So let's try with that, with level 2 and see how... I mean, this is tough as well. With level 1, like, I'm not even sure I'd get this right, but checks, are there free pieces, back rank mate? This is the closest we can come to. All I can say is that the solution to the puzzle, if it's less than 15, should basically be a check. So this is literally the only check on the board. Like, it basically has to be. Like the solution will just always be checks early on. Closest check, closest check. Where's the check? Here it is. There's only one. Like it'll just always be the closest check to the king. Here it's check. It's the only check in the position that we can do. And here is the only check in the position we can do. Only check we can do. I mean, we could do this, but you know, using a little bit of common sense, we'll take the free piece there. Like, yeah, there's a knight that we can take 3 ways, but there's also closest safe check. Now this one I have to admit is a little tough because with our highest value piece, the closest safe check would actually be a move like this or like this rather than this. So I think this is one we get wrong, maybe even at level 2. That's a hanging queen. Closest safe check. Closest safe check. This is a tough one to see, but it does technically follow the rules. Not that much trombetta from what I've seen. Closest safe check would be technically this one. The solution is actually this and this. I think that's actually a little bit tricky. And there's a hanging knight on the board, so I think this is one we could get wrong. And then this is right in level 2. This is like, that's something we should have dialed in. Closest safe check. We actually have none with the queen, so we have knight d6. Closest safe check will be this. Now, the next will be this move, but let's say we get it wrong because, okay, it's bringing another piece in. We may want to just check with the queen based on the habits. And even if we get this one wrong, we just got 15. And I feel like that's kind of the goal of the next level, is to get us up to 15. So how helpful are these puzzles in a real game? I think they're helpful. All of these puzzles are, like, these puzzles aren't weird ones where it's like, oh, like, checkmate in 5, and there's like 8 queens on the board, and you're like, okay, I guess. Like, is this really gonna help me ever in life? I don't think so. But all the puzzles that you see here, like, I think they're all pretty useful. Yeah, I think so, trombetta. We have a few things to save for level 3. Like, what were they, trombetta? We had smothered mate. Hello, Anthony. Anthony, do you have any tips here, buddy? Were you here the last time I was doing this, just yesterday? I'm trying to make a habit for puzzles to help out people who are grinding puzzles. I do think that so many of the puzzles are similar that with a few rules and a little bit of guidance and getting used to patterns, people should be able to bump their puzzle rush scores much higher than they have it right now. And, of course, these will also generally apply to the regular puzzles on chess.com as well. So we have our level 1 rules. I'm working on level 2 right now, although I think I'm finalizing it. Yeah, but it's so nuanced, Anthony, you know? Like, there are a lot of checks in a position. There are a lot of captures. There are, like, you know, like, I can't leave people hanging out to dry like, oh yeah, just find the best check, and sometimes it won't be a check and it'll be a capture, and you know, I have to somehow regiment it to make it like step by step. So I can tell you that my level 1 habits are the closest safe check to the enemy king, let's say with your strongest piece, back rank mate, and if none of the above, take a damn free piece, because there's probably one hanging. That's for level 1, and like no tactics, no sacrifices, nothing. Level 1, you should be able to get to like 10, easy, easy. Level 2, we have like, you know, the stutter step back rank mate where you sack your queen for mate. That's like a very common one. Yeah, no king moves on move 1 for level 1. To get to about 15, I think like basically your solution should feature checks on almost every move. This like knight in the center and queen h5 or queen h4 is also a really common one. If it's an endgame, just push a pawn, basically. Level 3, maybe like add smothered mates. Have to think about it more. Pillow pants, you got 17 with the rules? With what, our level 1 rules? Maybe this is what we need to test, you know? We need some people in the chat who score lower than 15 in Puzzle Rush regularly to try it and see if the rules help. We need some test subjects. Isn't that everyone here? It is. I'm just looking for the person who's willing to admit it, you know? Pillow pants, what's your account name on chess.com? And same for you, Mimic. I just want to see your best Puzzle Rush scores for reference. Same as your name. Okay, and what about Mimic? Dean, what's yours? Is it just the same? It's you, bruh? Oh. Okay, and so best 3 minute is 20. Holy cow. Best 3 minutes 30. Oh, Dean, you're overqualified, my friend. You're overqualified. Yeah, Mimic. Mimic is our guy. Mimic is our guy, for sure. That's not you? How's that not you? Isn't this the account you gave me? Oh, this is you. Okay, that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. So you're the guy here, Mimic. Your best Puzzle Rush, like you don't even have one in 3 minutes, but your best survival is 7. Okay, your ratings are like, you know, around 800 to 1,000 or something. You're our guy. So, Mimic. Let me ask you, let me put these rules. So, can you just follow these rules and like try to do it, like just for fun? I won't be able to oh wait, no premium account? Wait, what does that mean? He can only do one? Oh, this is a very important attempt then. But at TM, at least we can try with one. We can try with one. So Mimic, don't go yet. You only have one attempt. You don't have premium, so you'll only have one Puzzle Rush attempt. Make sure you do 3 minutes, my guy. Make sure on the Puzzle Rush you have 3 minutes, and then let me put these rules on the screen for you. Wait, AB, did you just do that? I didn't realize it was that easy to gift a premium. Holy hell, that was actually so easy. What a guy. AB Shakespeare. What a legend. That's really kind. Look at that. You got a gifted premium membership. God damn. Was it that easy? Exclamation mark gift. So what? You just enter a username and holy. GoChess.com. That was very seamless. And with the ChessBra link, exactly. All right. Mimic, here we go. Here we go. Try these for now. Try these rules, Mimic. So every time you see a puzzle, you're first going to look to try to take the strongest piece that you have on the board available to you and bring it as close as possible to the enemy king on a square that's like protected by another one of your pieces. So bring it like right up close and personal with the king. That's the first thing you're going to look for. Otherwise, you're going to be looking for a back rank check. Do you know what that is? King on the back rank, covered by some pawns. Just check on the back rank. That's the next thing you're looking for. And as soon as you check on the back rank, if they put other pieces in the way, just fucking take every single one of them. If they block it, just take every single one of them. And if none of these exist or you're having trouble seeing them, then just look to see if there's something on the board that you can capture. Like a free piece, like something that's just not defended. Because then that'll probably be the solution. But look for them in order like this. 1, 2, and then 3. And never move your king. That's not going to be the answer. Forget that. And try to spend 20 seconds per puzzle. Give or take. It's not like a hard rule, but try. That's it. Just this. Just that. We won't be able to spectate you, but make sure it's in 3 minutes. All right? And give it a try. And after you're done, we'll be able to see the result on your profile because you've never done 3 minute before. So give it a go with these rules. And when you're done, we'll see the result. Unfortunately, we won't be able to spectate you. I could make a puzzle battle so we can watch, but we'll start with this for now. Start with this for now. Because the result will be on his profile. Yeah, Mr. Meow. I think we may get to that eventually. Go Mimic. Thank you, Scene Kerrigan, for the 25 months with Prime. And Kiwas, thanks for the 20 months with Prime. Creator X, thanks for the sub. Andy Robots, welcome back for 9 months. Beaster Fry, 8 months with Prime. And Nightmare BX, thanks for the 19 months with Prime. Predictions. His first time doing it, I'm going to say maybe 8. What do you guys think? Well, Etienne, that would be a strong endorsement. Good morning to Real Tea. He's still going. This is a good sign. It is a 3-minute run, though. Hello, Stress. We'll be just doing this puzzle thing first, but I'll be investigating the team format after that. Thanks for 2 years, Shady Graves. I'd say in the next couple hours for sure. We eagerly await. Haven't even thought of it remotely, yeah, Mohamedov. But it'll be like making 4 clubs and restricting like access to each one. Yeah, maybe. Hey, Mimic got 10. Proof of concept. Proof of concept. A big 10 from Mimic. Oof. That's pretty good. Pretty good for a first attempt. Better than survival, yeah. Mimic does better under pressure. I think that's what we're learning. Okay. We'll have to get someone to battle him. Maybe AB Shakespeare. Mimic, if you go to this tab and shoot, you had to move your pawn. Sorry, bud, I didn't equip you for that. If you go here and you click puzzle battle, if you do this, then we can actually watch as you're doing it, which is a little more engaging. Oh, you challenged him? Thank you, AB. So if you go here and click puzzle battle, then you should be able to watch here. Are you in one, AB? Or not working? The thing is, I would challenge him, but then I can't spectate. You know, I want to see his the problems he's working on. Klee Ninja. What's your chess.com username? Yeah, so the rule that I have for you can't get the oh, you don't have premium AB. Okay, that's funny. Jeez, poverty AB Shakespeare. God. So real T, what I have for level 1 is never move your king on move 1. So I feel like that helps a lot with some endgame puzzles because it means you just end up sending a pawn. So I feel like that gets by for level 1, and then immediately in level 2 we have like, if it's an endgame puzzle, it's just like send the most advanced pawn, to be more specific. But yes, those endgame puzzles are very common. I did want to keep level 1 like as simple as possible and then add to it because I feel like the endgame ones are actually not that common. Puzzle battle. challenged again. Oh, I think, are we watching it now? Oh, thank you to Gob. Are you in a match right now, AB? I can't tell. I'm definitely following you, I think. Not working. Let me see if this works. Two L's? But I don't, but, is that the case on chess.com? On chess.com, it's I's, right? You just mean on Twitch. Yeah, I guess you could try, you could try just clicking play, Mimic. You could just click play. Wait, what? I'm in a battle right now? What, is that myself? Did you see myself there? What's going on here? That's me. Oh, huh? Huh? I can't even observe myself. Yeah. Can you try Mimic clicking play? Let me know if you're in a battle. Should be able to just jump in the pool. Damn, stuck searching for an opponent. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This guy's a sweaty man. Mimic with the habits. Mimic with the habits. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mimic with some great habits here. Ooh, this one I could see him getting wrong. That was a tough one. To be fair, that was a hanging piece. I think that's a fair one to get wrong. Oh, and this one's brutal. Queen here. I have never moved king. But this is an insane puzzle. Like, he might get it right if he's just, like, smart guy, uses his head here, but I think he should get it wrong. You know what I mean? Like, that's one that, according to the habits, that's an X right there. That's an X right there. But that's an insane puzzle. No, but he's like, this is like, he's overachieving right now. He's overachieving. But I'm not upset with that. Just because the habits doesn't work for one of them doesn't mean that they're not good. He's got the closest available check. That was right. Keep the check energy up. There we go. Oh my goodness. Never move the king again. He's getting some tough ones. I mean, I'd tell you. But he might. Like, he's getting around 10 with level 1 habits. Still pretty happy with it. I think he had a pretty tough run. Also, one of those ones he got wrong earlier, I see why he got it wrong, but he should look for the checks first. So I think basically he should have 10 right now, because we would get this one wrong. Starting with the king in multiple problems is super tough. I think that's actually genuinely unlucky. Totally fair. In fact, I'm happier to see him play g6. I'm happier to see it. Mimic. So, you pretty much did it perfect. This one right here, fine. You're not supposed to move the king. Totally fine. I'm not even going to tell you what the right answer is. Forget it. You did great. This one, I can't hate on this move because it really is kind of the closest check to the king. Like, this move is not the closest check, but it happens to incorporate another idea, back rank mate. I can't hate on that either. The one that I think you could have gotten right that you didn't is this one. This one, you took the bishop, which is for free, but remember the order of things you're supposed to look for. Always look for a check first. The last resort is to look for a free piece to capture. But closest safe check to enemy king with your strongest piece and back rank check. So in that one, you would take your queen and you would take the rook, which would fulfill a lot of those criteria before you look for this. So I know it's a far move, and there was a bishop hanging in the middle of the board. So this isn't a really big mistake, but queen takes rook. I think we can get that one in the future. Just spend some time and make sure you're looking for the checks first, not just the free pieces. Like, checks is the priority. The solution will very often be check. Check, check, check. Something check. But you did well. The last one, like the other ones, you remember you even got one correct, which was moving the king. So I wouldn't even have expected you to get that one right. And then this one was king again. Wouldn't expect you to get that one right. So, will you hop in for another one, Mimic? We're going to continue field testing. Look for the checks first. Checks are priority. No, I think you were right, Mimic. And hey, if you want to break the habits and go for it, you know, it could be a high risk, high reward, because if it says never move your king and you move your king and it's wrong, I'm just going to call you a dumbass. Like, so I'd almost rather see you get it wrong. What's going on here? Oh, here we go. Yep. Closest check. Yep. Closest check. Safe check. Nice. Nice. Closest safe check. Beautiful. Closest safe check. Closest safe check with your strongest piece. Beautiful. Look, he's got 10. He's got 10. He's got 11. None wrong. Closest safe check, baby. He's a G. He's going to get 20. What the hell? Okay. This is tough. But he was paying attention when we were talking about level 2 habits. He was here on stream when I was talking about level 2. We get those. We get those. This one is just pure Oil. But I'll tell you one thing. He got the stutter step on the last one. Good. Wait, low-key, he got one correct that his opponent didn't. He's a genius! He's a genius! He's low-key outperforming his opponent, no? He's playing for the win, no? Wait, did we just create a monster? Oh, he would have just heard the time warning to panic him. He tried. Bishop c4. It's a pretty good try. Can't lie. He went for the closest check, but he's starting to panic a little bit, playing a little quickly. That's understandable. Queen g5 would have been mate in that one. This one's another tough one. He went for the check. Oh, man, this is brutal to have to play a move here. Oh, that's brutal. That's brutal. 15 is great. What the hell? 15 is fantastic. What a score. That's unreal. I mean, that was just amazing. Big improvement. Closest safe check technology is working brilliantly. 15 is very impressive. So, Mimic, you got one correct, which I would say is part of level 2 habits, which I was impressed by. So, well done. Closest safe check, and then again, this was great. He's back in there. He's back in there. He's back in there. Back rank, baby. Back rank, baby. Back rank, baby. Don't even have to think. Honestly, closest safe check. Yeah, closest safe check. Back rank, baby. There's only one check, so we gotta. Although I have to admit, the follow-up could be tough. Because it's closest safe check with strongest piece. Let's say if he got it wrong, I think he'll get it right. He's seems to be feeling himself right now. But camera's blocking the board. Yeah, but we don't care about that side of the board. Hello to Nitsit Prime. Okay, this is brutal. There's no safe check. There's no back rank. The third rule is take a piece. Technically, it's not a free piece, so I'm not sure what the lad's gonna do. It is the only piece to take, so I could see a world where you find that, and it was the world we're in. This one is tough. This one is quite tough. Like, you got your check, right? But then she's tough. Mimic, found move number 1. He's panicking. He's spending a lot of time on this puzzle. Remember, in Puzzle Rush, it's worth just getting it wrong because you have 3 strikes. That was sweaty. Took him a long time, but he did get it right. I feel like Mimic is kind of using Puzzle Habits 1.5 right now. He's like a mix of both. This is a tough one as well. Queen b6, he got it. 14. I mean, he's posting some scores right now. He's posting some results. So, Mimic. The reason, I know that you don't have to follow this exactly, but the reason that I have 20 seconds per puzzle, and you could spend a little bit longer than this, but not that much. The reason why I have that is because when you're doing Puzzle Rush, you have 3 X's, right? You have 3 puzzles you can get wrong. So it doesn't make sense to finish. I'm guilty of this as well, but it doesn't make sense to finish the Puzzle Rush with no X's. Because that means you probably spent way too long on one, and it's worth just trying something that's your first instinct. Even if you get it wrong, then you go to the next one, and the next one is probably going to be easier. Because once in a while, you're just going to run into like a random tough one, and if you waste all your time on it, it'd be much better if you just got it wrong, tried to get it in 20 seconds, 25 seconds. If you're wrong, then you just go to the next one, and you still have 2 more X's. So it's definitely worth it to not sink like a full minute on one puzzle. But sometimes there are some really tough ones where you're just like blanking, and it's better to just go, and then if you get it wrong, just go to the next one, because the next one will for sure be easier. You still got it correct, so well done. And you're getting like over 10 consistently now. Over 10 consistently. All right, Mimic, can you jump in the pool? Like, thanks for the games, Mohamedov. Can you jump in the pool, Mimic, like the actual pool? Let's see if you can take out a lad your rating. Because the last time that you battled, I believe you tied someone. So let's see if you can actually get a puzzle battle dub, like against someone your rating. Because you should be KOing people. With what I've seen. Okay, he's up against the 397. Oh my goodness, and they start him out with a sack. Did you see that? Holy. Oh, my boy cannot be stopped right now. We definitely created a monster. You already know, baby. Hit him with those checks. Don't even think about it. All about the checks. Checks, 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 checks. Checks, 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 checks. Checks, 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 checks. And as usual, you're going to get better and better, faster and faster at this stuff the more you do it. Okay, found it. Took him a little bit of time, but that's okay. There we go. There we go. So technically, I would say the rule indicates the queen. So I don't mind him even getting this one wrong. He got it right because he's just a beast. I would say this one's quite tough. Yeah, see, the opponent got that one wrong. I mean, Mimic is just like a prodigy, no? Oh, he played f7. He was feeling himself too much. Oh, he knows this one. That's a pattern. That's a pattern. Never move the king was my rule, so unfortunately he's kind of screwed here. Sorry there, buddy Mimic. That one's on the old man here. He's not listening to habits and getting dubs. What a beast. So he's already got the win against his opponent, but he's piling on the points. He doesn't care. Exactly as you should. More points. Make him feel the pain. Yeah, but red pandas, most of those king and pawn ones are actually king with one pawn, and the answer is to just run the pawn down the board and promote it. So that's why I have that. No, but guys, did we just create a monster? Like, I feel like people are always going to be like, you know, oh, he could just be stronger at puzzles than he's representing. But I don't think so. I think he's really following the rules. Okay, the lad's profile is like just full of a consistent level. This is great. I mean, this is just a masterclass performance here. Love to see it, Mimic. Very good stuff. That's a win in the pool as well. That's a win in the pool. Yeah, the goal was 10. Now, to be fair, I'm not saying that like you can't hit more than 10 with these rules, but I am, and by the way, Mimic was getting a lot of sacrifices correct. Like he's kind of at level 1.5 to 2, if I'm being honest. Those seem to be the rules he's operating with. Plus, as usual, my rules are for like someone who's completely following them, like to a T. If at some point common sense takes over and you're like, okay, but I actually do see the answer here or something, then you'll probably score even better. But for level 1, I've had some runs where I get like 15 only by using the level 1 rules, which is possible. You could just get lucky. Like, could be a lot of maiden ones, a lot of those. That's right, Mimic. Like, for example, in this last one, Mimic, even though it's kind of a tough problem, like it's a multi-move answer, if you think about how to check the enemy king, you only have one answer, right? And it's queen here to this square on h5. It's the only check that your piece is actually on a safe square. It's the only one. And then what would happen is the king would go down to g1, and then you only have one check on a safe square, and it would be that queen all the way down to h1. So although it's still a multi-step problem, based on the ones that you've gotten right so far, with more time, you would easily get this one right, in my opinion. So I feel like our level 1 rules are pretty good. I don't know how to make, like for this one. Oh, Mimic is going again. He's got the sauce now. The Cassie, that's a deep, deep, deep comment. It's his stream, no? I'm happy to hand over the reins to Mimic. Yes, yes, yes. Safe check, baby. Safe check, baby. Okay, this one is possible because I think there's only one safe one, but it's tough. It's definitely weird. Can't join the arena. What are you talking about? You found the check. Check, 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 check. All the time, check, 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 check. Closest check. Closest check. Closest check, baby. Okay. Is there a check in this position? No. So? We don't even need to see the other guy's screen. Closest safe check. Jeez. No, but Mimic is a prodigy. He's gonna get this one. For sure. I told you. You guys have no faith. Mimic is a prodigy. Did his opponent get that one wrong? No, he actually got it right as well. But this is just crazy. This is crazy. Yeah. Rook e1 is a completely fair guess. This one's also very tough. It's starting to get a little bit out of his range here. Fair enough. 16, and I'm pretty sure he won, right? 16 to 15. Got the dub. Let's go. Very good stuff. Very good stuff from Mimic. I was gonna say, Mimic, you've done more than enough, sir. Thanks for playing. You did get a nice little gifted premium membership. Shout out to AB Shakespeare. We've worked Mimic to exhaustion. That's a good way to put it. Very helpful field testing from Mimic. Very helpful. Go Mimic. And thanks to Gob for gifting him a sub here in Twitch chat as well. So, it's clear our level 1 is solid. It is. Level 2, I was adding things like a stutter step mate, the queen h4, h5, checkmate. This is Puzzle Rush, yes. So, closest check. Closest check. Never move the king, but literally you have to move the king. But this is like a weird endgame, like, what the hell are they doing? Puzzle number 3? Can't really have habits in place for this. Like, you're on your own, folks. Alright, closest check. Closest check. Safe check, of course. Closest safe check. Closest safe check. Closest safe check. We actually don't really have one. And there's a hanging queen red in front of us. Closest safe check. That's too sweaty. I think we get that one wrong. Closest safe check with the strongest piece. Yes. Closest safe check. To be honest, I think this is one we could go there. Closest safe check. Only check, to be honest. Closest safe check. Actually is this one. Closest safe check. This is kind of a level 2 type of thing. But once you get that pattern a few times, it's in your head and like you start to just get it every single time. Back rank. Closest safe check. Here, closest safe check. I would probably go there, honestly. This is a little too sweaty. So my run would probably end at 13. 13's pretty solid. It's not Mimic numbers, but it's solid. Still workshopping pieces and pawns. How are you doing, buddy? It's a great pattern to know, Mimic. It'll serve you well in puzzles. Zelos, thanks for the prime sub. Shady Graves for a couple years with us as well. It was a good effort. My 705th best all-time score. It felt like a good effort. Closest check. Back rank. Back rank. What's the closest check? What's the only check? Well, to be honest, it's this. This is a tough one because I can't actually move my rook. I would say this is a bit of a tough one to find. I wouldn't even be mad if we got this one wrong according to the habits. Back rank. Closest check. Closest check. Closest check. Closest check. Free piece. I actually don't really have anything here. Queening the pawn is a tough one to find with habits. I mean, I guess we could play it, but it's hard to imagine what we would play here if we were really following those rules. But I feel like this could be a move, you see. Could be. Closest check, only check, to be honest. And then same thing. Only one. Here, again, never move the king. Take a free piece, but we have to take it with the pawn. That's probably a little tough. I could see us... actually got it wrong, I got it right, trying to get it wrong. Not gonna lie. I was gonna play here and here. I mean, I thought the answer was here and here. So I was trying to get it wrong. And then I got it right by accident. Maybe this explains Mimic's success. He's trying to put on a show, getting it wrong. And instead he just got them all correct. Closest check. Closest safe check. And then, yeah, there's no hope for us here. Solid 13. I feel like if this is not a level 2 puzzle, it's a level 3. This is like a very, very common pattern. Definitely one that needs to be just added like manually, like know this pattern. Because I feel like once you know this, then this comes up quite a bit. I'll note it for level 3, Realty Money. I'll note it for level 3. I wonder what the level 2 collection is. Because right now, my level 2 collection is Queen F2, Queen F1, or you know what I mean? Like those stutter step back rank mates. Queen to H4 or H5 when you see like the knight in the center of the board, and then sack the knight. That's a very, very common one. And then otherwise, like level 2 is like look to sacrifice a piece with check. Just in general. That's like an overarching rule. And even here, sacking a piece with check kind of leads you in the right direction. I just think level 2 is truly full of sack. Like, it's all checks and then mate. And sometimes it might involve a sacrifice. So what if I add that? Like, level 2 solutions should be like, you should be looking for check, 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 check solutions. And if none of the simple rules apply, then look to sack a piece with check. Let's give it a try. So back rank, back rank, back rank, free piece, back rank, free piece. Here's a free piece, and it's a check. Plus, if we're on level 2, we're getting this immediately. Level 1, I think we can still get it. Okay, closest safe check, closest safe check, closest safe check. Technically, I would use the higher value piece, so I would go here if I'm following the rules. Rook here is not really even reliable, so I would go here and it would be correct. Correct again. Closest safe check. If we're being completely honest here, there are no checks except for the correct one. So, closest safe check. This is a level 2. There we go. Now, closest safe check. I mean, knight here is 1, knight here is 1. If we can do this, great. I could see us getting it wrong, though. Okay, free piece. Is there a check here? There actually is not. There's no check. So, you would start to default. Well, this is a check to win the rook. I don't know if that's the most obvious, but... let's get it wrong. Here, we're in check, so we actually have to do this. And then the closest check is here. I think this one is reasonable to get. In this one, is there a check? Not really. We have an advanced pass pawn. I don't think there's really a rule in place to get this. We do have a rule which is push the most advanced pawn in an endgame. So it could fall under this. But let's say we could get it wrong. So let's say push. This one. Closest safe check. There's actually nothing except this. Closest safe check. You'd have to really know that moving your queen drops your rook in order to understand this. But let's say we get this wrong. Okay, we're at 17 there. Not bad. Yeah, I feel like you know, if all else fails, push a pass pawn kind of thing is a good rule. But 17 for level 2 is pretty fair. And then after 17, it really gets into like actual tactics, like forks, discovered checks, these kind of things. Sacrifice for mate. Okay. Our king is in check. Never move the king. Never move the king on move 1, to be fair, is the rule. So let's say we do that. Back rank, back rank. We literally only have 1 pawn on the whole board. Back rank. Closest safe check. This is a level 2 habit. And it's not like you only use level 2 habits outside of the first 10. I'm not saying like you do the first 10 and then you go to level 2. I'm saying once you can consistently get 10, at least 10 over and over with level 1, then start to use the level 2 habits as well, even from the very start. Closest safe check. Back rank, closest safe check, and a free piece. Closest safe check, closest safe check, closest safe check. Closest safe check still applies. More tricky, but it applies. I think it kind of applies here as well, although this is a tougher one. Closest safe check, closest safe check. Taking the queen. This is a tougher one for sure, but it does really follow all the rules. Yeah, this is impossible. The only check in the position is this one. And then back rank. Not the craziest for level 2. Closest safe check with the strongest piece. Yeah, does apply. Closest safe check. I mean, I guess this isn't really safe. Not unreasonable to find this one as well. Still on the tougher side for sure. And remember, like, someone could be almost at 0 minutes on the clock right now, like flagging. I'm doing them kind of quickly. And then this one is like very, very tough. Like I wouldn't necessarily expect that one to be seen. I would say this one is quite tough. Quite tough. This one, closest safe check. And then here, very reasonable to get. Closest safe check. I mean, maybe we're getting rook g4. It's possible to get this, but we could easily strike out here. Plus time will probably be a factor. Like no one's getting that far. And then this one is like very tough. Knight takes and bishop e4. No one's getting that. Okay, 19. But that's on the high end for sure. Oh, Jake, that's exactly right. Like, the rules have a hierarchy, meaning you always look for the closest safe check first. If there's none, then you look for like a sacrifice with check or something. So that's exactly how it will work. Yeah, if you're getting more than 20 with level 2, then you're getting lucky puzzles, I think. And I think you're getting some lucky ones. I mean, yeah, if you score more than 20 with level 2, I mean, just like, clap it up for yourself. But that's not really the intent, let's say. Or it's not a guarantee, put it that way. Yeah, pieces and pawns. 15 reliably with level 2 is the goal. So me scoring a little bit above, maybe I'm being lenient, maybe we're getting lucky puzzles. We got 17, a 19, a 15. We were getting some 13s. I feel like 15 is kind of a reasonable goal with that. And the more you do, the more you'll get better at it. Because every single run you do, the first 10 should become easier and easier. Because you're like, oh yeah, I've seen this stuff before. Boom, boom, boom. You're going to have more time left over for other puzzles. So it'll just become, the whole thing will become easier the more you do it. Back rank. It's literally all back rank. Closest safe check. Closest safe check. Technically closest safe check. Closest safe check. This one's a little bit tough, but I feel like if you spend some time, not the craziest. Closest safe check. Here, this is actually a little bit tricky. There's no material you can take. There's no check immediate with your pieces. There's no back rank. So, I mean, at some point, I could see stumbling on the answer here. Closest safe check. This one, discovered check. I don't know. Let's just say I could see us getting it wrong. Closest safe check. Back rank. Closest safe check. Only have one square, to be honest. I could see us getting it. This is a level 2 easy. All right, bishop here. Now, this is a hard one to process because there's so much going on, but it really is no check, no back rank. There's no sack for a check either. There is a hanging piece, though. So it's a good thing they didn't make us play the next move. That would be tough. Closest safe check, safe check. This is tough, but I think this is the exact puzzle that, in my opinion, falls under level 2. You look for a check, you don't see it. Is there free material you can take? No. But you generally want the solution to your puzzles in level 2 to be a check. Like check, check, checkmate. So I would look at this. It is tough to see, but eventually you realize just the solutions should be checks. So I could see someone getting it, extrapolating. Closest safe check. I mean, it is this one. I could see this check, though. Let's just say I could see it being wrong. Closest safe check. This one I actually would expect to get correct. Closest safe check. Honestly, at this point, there's only one safe check. So are we just going to get lucky here? Only one check. Now there's only one check. And here, endgames, like I would never expect anyone to necessarily get this one right, so anything can happen there. But that's a 20, and that's like a high-end 20. That's someone who's like a master of the level 2 habits. Well, Zigzag, then that would be one that you get wrong. Honestly. If there's a close safe check available, but sacrifice is actually the correct move, then you would get it wrong. Because you should go for the closest safe check first. But in my experience, doing these puzzles, seeing these puzzles, I have not seen many puzzles that exist where there is a close safe check available with one of your strongest pieces, but the answer was actually a sack. I truly haven't seen that many. Usually the ones that are a sacrifice check, they don't have another check available, which is why it gets you thinking about the sack. So there'll definitely be something like that, pieces and pawns. But those things I don't need to like write out as rules, you know? That can just be something that's kind of reinforced throughout the series. It doesn't have to be like a cold hard rule like that is written on the screen type of thing. But they will be reinforced for sure. How many levels are there? It's a good question. Probably like no more than 4. Because let's say this one can get you to about 15. Level 3 maybe to like 20 reliably. Level 4 to like 20, 25. Anything past 25, I think you can use the rules from the first levels. But you know, at that point, you're pretty good at puzzles at that point, probably a lot better than when you started. And you don't need habits anymore. It becomes more specific. So I wouldn't really have habits for anything really past like 25, guaranteed. So yeah, probably wouldn't have more than 4 levels, which is kind of how I've done the habits in the past. 4 levels seems to be a good number. 2,000 level puzzle, which was a back rank mate in 1. Well, this is why when you're doing Puzzle Rush, I always say like, it doesn't feel good to finish with no X's. Unless you're just on a crazy run, like it happens from time to time, but you just don't want to sink like a minute and a half on one puzzle. You'd rather get it wrong, just go to the next one, because puzzles are a bit lucky. Like, depends on which one you get. Could be an easy one for you, could be a tough one. Just kind of depends which one you get. Well, Realty, the thing is, I think you could hit 30 plus with my final level of habits, but I would never speak of it as like a guarantee. So the way that I'm thinking about it is level 1, you should probably score more than 10 with level 1, but you should be at least hitting 10 as a minimum. And like you should be at least hitting 15 as a minimum with level 2. You should be hitting 20 as a minimum with level 3, hitting 25 as a minimum with level 4. But the more you do it, the more you get used to it, you remember those patterns, you're going to naturally score more than that. But I'm sort of guaranteeing like a minimum rather than a maximum. I think people can still get a lot higher than that. I think it makes more sense to guarantee like a minimum threshold rather than a max. So I feel like 25 as like, you know, if you watched a series that was supposed to help you improve your puzzles and you ended that series reliably scoring like, you know, at least 20 to 25, I feel like that's a pretty serious improvement. Like 25 in Puzzle Rush is no joke. And the more you do it, it'll only improve from there. Exactly. If you can't get the minimum, then, I mean, you know, as Mayo likes to say, take up checkers. It's definitely a you problem. Habits is never to blame. Yeah, when Mayo talks about bowling, I crack up. Like, the amount of times that Mayo has recommended a bowling career for Dylan is in the hundreds. Okay, we had Mimic be a pretty good test for level 1. And to be honest, he was kind of doing level 1.5 to 2. Is there someone who, let's say, scores around 15? Or let's say their high is like for sure less than 20. Somewhere between 10 and 20 in 3-minute Puzzle Rush. To maybe give an attempt at our level 2. How long would it take to get 40 consistently? Just tons and tons of practice, grinding, like I don't really have an answer for that. Thanks, Mimic. I mean, you're a quick learn as well. FK Gun, you are trolling me. Lixie Bootsy, thanks for the 45-month resub. Cheers, man. Damn, nobody, eh? Nobody had scores like between 10 and 20 Puzzle Rush? No volunteers? Already 1405. 15 average? What's your chess.com account, buddy? Monster Yak. Oh, premium member? That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. Best 3-minute, 11. Fair? Best survival, 36. And 600 rapid. Yeah, this is solid. This is perfect. Hello to Moistad. We're talking about 3-minute, Igor. Talking about 3-minute. Moistad, I'm trying to workshop, create a new series about building habits, but for puzzles. And I'm glad you're here, so you can pay attention. I think we're at a level right now that benefit you. Level 2 habits. So, RT, would you be down to do a puzzle battle in the pool? So, you'd go here on the side, click puzzle battle, and basically just click play and join the pool, and I could spectate you. And before you do that, I would give you some rules to try your best to follow and see how you do. So before you do that, let me bring the rules that I would like you to use on screen. We'll have you kind of work at like a level 2. You still want to use the level 1 stuff, but I'll put it all on screen in a sec here. So let me first follow you here. Coors Light Cowboy, thanks for the 5 subs. Monster Yak. Okay. So, level 2, to be perfectly clear. Closest safe check to enemy king with your strongest piece. Back rank. But these are like back rank is like this is just should be like auto. No, I just want to make it legible on screen, pieces and pawns. Okay, never move king is not. Let's say, unless it's an endgame, this is a general thing, but I feel like in level 2, the overall solution involves checks. So you really want to try to make your first move a check. So if there's no checks, Oh, and then we put this. This is obvious, but we have our back rank obvious, but the stutter step mate is a level 2 habit. Let's just say, I don't know. Let's just try to leave it like that for now. There's a few other ones, and this isn't the most concise, but I feel like this is generally it. You're still using your closest safe check. That's like your main weapon when you get to a puzzle. Closest safe check to the enemy king. You're always looking for back rank checks, and that stutter step back rank mate. Hopefully you've been watching already, so you actually know what that is. But it's like check on the 2nd or 7th rank, and then go to the last rank. It's like a stutter step. Your solution should pretty much always involve checks. If there are no checks available, then you're kind of looking for a sacrifice with check once you're, past problem number 10 type of thing. And if there's no checks, no sacrifices with check, nothing, then try to take some free piece somewhere. And then if there's no free pieces, no checks, no sacrifices with check, nothing like that, then just like push a pass spawn, see if that works. That's all I got. And try to spend about 20 seconds per puzzle. Not too much more. Doesn't have to be too specific. Try your best. Try your best. See what you can do with these. We'll see how it goes. I'm following you, Monster Yak. So see if you can hop into a battle for us. And based on your runs, then we can try to amend it, maybe to make it more concise. He's not in a game yet, is he? Or a battle? Still loading. Okay, no worries. Just making sure my follow thing isn't broken. It did take about a minute for the other guy to find a battle. That's how I would do it, pieces and pawns, but at some point common sense kind of kicks in, so I have no problem with that. I have no problem with that. Exclamation mark washed. Yep, could be interested, Mr. Dillness. Do you have a chess.com premium there, Mr. Dill? That would probably be required. I don't think you can do multiple puzzle battles without one. Still looking, eh, Artie? Yeah, we did that Zoom, but for some reason, that was having a hard time working for a period. Also, there should be no reason why the guy can't get a game in the pool. That's a little weird. All right, here we go. Monster Yak. Playing one of our chatters. Back rank energy, back rank energy. Let's remember his highest. It's 11, but to be fair, he probably doesn't do it that much. Closest safe check. This one is that one's definitely tough. That's a big get by Monster Yak. But for level 2, not unreasonable. Fish might lose, no? That's a very impressive puzzle. Although it does follow a lot of like it sort of follows the criteria, I still find it very impressive. Like but this is an all-timer. Check. Yeah. Remember, it's just always checks. Checks, 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 checks. Checks, 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 checks. Mm-hmm. Closest check energy. He tried Queen F6. I understand it. It is technically as close as Queen H6, so can't fault him too much here. This one is also a tough one. This one's a very tough one. Especially hearing that time warning, he could for sure panic here. This one is actually like, I don't even know if I'd expect. There are not many habits. Like, these rules don't really get you the right answer here. So, getting this one wrong, I think, is totally fair. Here, I think we can get this one. You'd have to see the check. Nice. Hey, I got 19. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Definitely, he definitely got some that I was like, no way he's gonna get. It's very impressive, no? 19. I mean, he doesn't do them too much, clearly. 17 attempts, best is 11, but like, it's a very good score. He's 2,000 puzzles like regularly, so he's definitely he has the ceiling. But to do it in a 3-minute puzzle rush is still impressive. $19 pieces in pawns. 19. Monster Yak, what'd you think of that, buddy? I guess you don't do 3-minute puzzle rush that much. I mean, 19 is a serious overperformance from 11, but I feel like you don't do it that much. Can you try to join the pool again, Artie? If you're not getting a challenge after like, a minute or so, maybe you can accept like a challenge from one of our chatters, but I'd love to see Artie battling someone his rating, because I feel like he'd just annihilate them, no? At 500 puzzle battle rating, like Monster Yak should just be slapping people around. Same with Mimic. I mean, these these two guys would just destroy the 500s in the pool. I thought Fish was going to lose this puzzle battle at some point. The guys were like neck and neck until 12. Yeah, that's a good point, AV Shakespeare. When is the chat going to start appreciating that Amon Hamilton knows how to pick a talent? When can we start talking about that? You could say individual skill, you could say habits. When are we going to start talking about the underlying Amon Hamilton factor? Well, Mattis, I think Valentinian would actually be the ultimate test. Like Valentinian, the habits bro. Val is the ultimate test for like puzzle habits. What's Valentinian's best 3-minute? 21. Okay, just for reference. Okay, he's got one. Let's see it. Oh, but he's just murdering. He's just slapping him around. Hey, he went to queen the pawn. Honestly, that's fine. Those endgame ones are kind of brutal. Closest safe check, baby. What are we? Closest safe check. Follow them rules. Honestly, for puzzles that are like 10 or below, if you can even place a strong piece near the enemy king, it'll probably be the answer. Like, it will just find itself to be defended. How's Buddy doing? Very close. Nice little stutter step there. Good stuff, good stuff. Good stuff. This one, this will be quite tricky. I think he'll probably KO himself right here. Oh, there's hope. Hang on. I didn't expect this move by the opponent. Ooh, but this, yeah, oof. Jesus. That was an impressive one. Knight A5? I don't know. I thought that was tough. Look at the opponent, though. Where are they making these guys? Holy, he got that one right? Holy. Oh my goodness, he's got to move his king here? But he's getting the toughest run I've ever seen. Now, as expected, Buddy is stuck on this problem on the right. Of course, is like insane. Yeah, I mean, he's gonna win this. Nice, 16-14 win. But he got a 19, he got a 16. This is all pretty consistent for a level 2 habits bro. This is right around exactly what I would be hoping for. No, Artie, you still did well. You had some tough ones here that were a little bit outside the scope of the habits. I think you still did pretty well here. You got one wrong, Artie, that I would expect you to get right, which was back here. This one. Like, you have the queen lined up. Queen h7. Closest safe check to enemy king. First rule. The solution will almost always be a check. Remember that. So you played knight takes knight. I mean, at that point, you're just capturing a piece. It's not really like a type of solution. You got to get your pieces close to the enemy king. Queen h7 check would be a mate here. And that would be the solution. But always look for a close safe check to the enemy king. All right, he's in there again. Let's go. Gotta refresh this. Okay. Yep. Close safe check to enemy king. Yep. Oh, we just went over this one. This is a walk in the park for him. There we go. This one could be tough, but I did say always go for the check, and he did. Fantastic. Look for the checks, look for the checks, look for the checks. Ooh, okay, a little bit tough here maybe, but I think he's got it. Nice, back rank energy. No checks, no free pieces. No sacrifices with check. If no free pieces, push a pass pawn. That rule right there. Honestly, I could see him promoting here. Yeah, that's fine. Hey, we get those wrong from time to time. A little bishop ski. Yep. He's got that problem nailed. What did we say about checks? He's already won, by the way, but doesn't matter. Get the practice in. Get the practice. Wait, why did it stop? Oh, did he claim the win? I think he claimed the win. Or no? Or what? Oh, no? Okay. Little lag. This queen h5 with the knight in the center is definitely a big-time habit. Okay, this one is tough. Like, if he gets it, he gets it, but definitely not one that I would say is expected in level 2. This is a level 3 energy. Totally the move I would expect him to play. Queen g4. Based on the habits. Now, that is a goddamn... Holy! Knight f6, queen h7. Okay. Okay. And the lad got 17. And he was going for mate with knight g5. Right move, but bishop takes first. But hey, level 2 habits? Yeah, FK gone. That's exactly what I was thinking. That's going in... Going in the books. We got him. He's now a puzzle bra. He's just sending. He's in the spaceship, the puzzle spaceship. Closest safe check, baby. Closest safe check all the time. Ooh, this is a tough one. I mean, only tough to a degree. You know you're not going to sack your rook, so it's like, yeah, I guess you kind of do find the knight. Oh, he's got these on lock. He's got these on lock. I actually think he's going to find this move very, very easily. Because he's found it before. But this is actually a tough one, in my opinion. Yep. This is a full board vision one. I think it's just for me, pieces and pawns. Yeah, that's Not sure that's for everyone. Butter23, thanks for the prime, man. That's right, Luther. Although, understandably, it took him a while here. What? They make you play a move here? That's crazy unfair. This is tough. Jeez. And he found it, too. Oof, this is another tough puzzle. But if you follow the rules, closest check, no. Back rank, no, no. Solution should involve checks, well, there's none. No checks, look for sacrifice or check, none. If none of the above, look for free piece to capture. So you basically know it's this, and if there's no free piece, what's your pass pawn? Well, you don't have a pass pawn. The best you could do is try to fit that rule, but I think this one is very tough. Easily expect to get this wrong. Yeah, he took the pawn, which was for free, so I don't blame him for that at all. Because taking the queen is actually defended, so it doesn't look like the queen's a free piece. Seeing that pin, that's a level 3 thing. Closest safe check, baby. Oh, he needed closest safe check. Did he move his king there? What solution did he go for? He's already won, so he's collecting a dub here. Usually the solution is checks, but here he's supposed to take a rook. I could see him getting it wrong, yeah. And he's getting 14, but this is good. Like, I think he's basically averaging 15 or so, or maybe a little bit more than 15, which is kind of what, and again, the more you do it, the better it'll get. This is pretty much what I intended for level 2. So I think this is good. I think this is good. He's in the spaceship, right? He'll never stop. Go Monster Yak. Mimic and Artie with some solid numbers. Putting some solid numbers up. Level 3, I feel like, gets like, you know, the pins, forks, undefended pieces, etc., etc. Okay, I'm going to refill my drink. I'll be back in a sec. But it should be a little inflated, pieces and pawns. So that, honestly, is kind of perfect. This is good progress. Good progress. You did Mimic. That was very impressive, man. Like, especially as our first test subject. Here, I'll let you guys watch him. Watch the yak. What happened to our buddy? What happened to Monster Yak? He hit 20. Did he really just hit a 20? What the hell? I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Creating monsters out here. Oops, forgot my water. That's great stuff. $20 with 0 X's. I'm not sure if that's a good thing. Did he tank on one problem? But this is exactly what I would expect. Every run is not going to be perfect, right? But in general, if you're scoring like an average of 15 or maybe a bit more with level 2, that's what we're looking for. This one is definitely tricky. And he got 17. I mean, it's great. It's great. What's up, Giant Fist? How you doing, bud? Congrats on the rapid. Well done to Artie. All right, let's watch him do one more. Hey, pieces and puns, hold on. We're gonna watch his last one. And then can we watch you? I guess you want to do 3-minute puzzle rush to beat your score, but if you do it in battle mode, then we can watch you. Exactly, Mimic knows. He's like, hold on, man, we gotta see this. We gotta be a part of this journey. We gotta be part of this journey together. Has he lost yet? I'm not sure. You guys have to tell me. I haven't seen every single one, but I assume he's won almost every battle. Just remember, pieces and pawns. This is kind of like level 2, but level 1 is like closest safe check with your strongest piece, back rank check and mate. You're pretty much looking for a check solution, and if there are no checks, then like take a free piece because there's probably something hanging. That's level 1. That's what it's all about. Hey, hold on, pieces and pawns. If you want to practice your puzzles, do it in battle mode. We want to celebrate the success together. What's your username, pieces and pawns? Is it the same? Like just like your Twitch name? This is a tough one here. Well, actually, Monster Yak has already got the dub here. So another win for Monster Yak. Impressive. He's got 30 seconds, 17. Closest safe check. Closest safe check. 15 seconds, pretty damn good. This is kind of tough. because now you have to go there. Not bad, man. An 18 from Monster Yak. Well done, Artie. Well done. So what was it? Pieces and pawns? Artie, you're killing it, man. Great to see. He's a monster. Artie, well played, buddy. I heard you got a 20? Oof. Pieces and pawns. Hop into the battle and then just click play. See if you get matched up with someone there. You were definitely going off, Artie. How did that feel, buddy? How did that feel? Oh, Mimic paying forward the gifted sub from Gob. Spreading the love to Artie. Hell yeah. Look at that. Love to see it. Thanks a lot, Mimic. Artie against pieces and pawns? Yep, we can always do that. I think it's always better if you find a match in the pool, but I do agree that it seems to be taking a little bit long for people to find a match, so that could always help. Thanks, Creator X. I haven't officially started it yet. I'm actually kind of building it with you guys right now. But yeah, Artie and pieces and pawns. I guess if you guys want to battle, that could work. Oh, pieces and pawns found a match. Let's go. Let's see how he's going to do. Is Chessbra a homosexual community? I hope I don't offend anyone. No, we are not offended by gays at all. You're very welcome here. Closest safe check. Let's go, let's go. He's fighting an 860, by the way, so... Closest safe check. So let's see if he finds the safe check here. But he's battling an 860, like, that's very tough. Closest safe check. He took the free rook. I understand why he made that mistake. Like, it actually just makes sense, to be honest. That was a tough one. Closest safe check. Hell yeah. Closest safe check energy. It's important to remember that the safe check takes priority over the free piece. Yeah, so there he just forgot that it wasn't a safe check that the queen was covering. Queen g7 would have been the one. I feel like pieces and pawns has it down, just needs to slow down just that little bit. Just make sure it's like, okay, let me check, make sure we're covered. This is very tough. This rook h3 one, extremely tough. Like, the other guy got it correct, but in my opinion, this is like quite difficult. He got matched up with a very tough pairing. I would not expect almost anyone to get this one right, so the fact that people are is like super impressive. Wow. Pieces and pawns got that right? That is impressive. I think that's super tough. There's like no habits rule that's helping out there. Nakama said, thanks for the 6 months with Prime. This is another impressive one. Buddy's cracking 14 here. Oh, he was thinking about just the checks. To be honest, that's fair. There was a hanging piece that he had to go take, but 13 already beat his last score he was trying to beat, which was 11. So we take those for the first time ever. We take those. Still got more points. And like I said, you're matched against someone who's like he's like 800, but he's clearly grinding up. Like this guy is 2,800 puzzles, and he just doesn't do 3-minute puzzle rush clearly. Because, you know, he's like he's a 1,800 rapid player. Like, he's strong. Tough pairing. Tough pairing. Pieces and pawns. The ones that stood out to me, first of all, this one. You took the free rook, which is understandable. But just remember, when you're down, like, so much material, if you take one rook back, that's not really going to be the answer to the puzzle. Because you're still down material. Also, checks take priority over taking free pieces. Now, I know that this one is a check, so I totally understand why you got it wrong. But think about it, like, if you take a rook, you're still down so much material that that'll never be the answer to the problem. When you only have a queen and they just have a ton of stuff, like, you have to get it mate. So it would have been this one, but I understand why we got it wrong. This one, you just weren't looking at the safe squares. That would have been the answer. Could have had that one easily. And then the last one was honestly super, super tough. And you got one that I thought was the hardest one ever, this one. So I think that could have easily been maybe like a 14-15 run, but very, very solid. Very, very solid. Yep, real Dojemon. That's why I said I totally understand why you got it wrong. Like, I'm explaining what the right answer was, but I also said, like, because it is a check, I get it why you got it wrong. Because you took a piece and it was a check. But the main reason you could identify that the answer was Queen E1 is that you have to mate the guy. Because he's up a queen, like, he's got a queen, 2 rooks, extra pawns. If you don't mate the guy, like, you're not winning that game. The only way to win would be, like, to somehow win his queen. So it would just have to be a mate. You want to try again, pieces and pawns? You got 13, but based on what I saw, this is an easy 15. This is an easy 15. Searching for opponent, let's go. You also matched up with someone who's literally just, like, basically sandbagging, or not sandbagging, but you know what I mean. He's in the process of getting his rating up, so he probably just doesn't do puzzle battle that much. Who did we match up with this time? He got the same guy. All right, whatever. It doesn't matter if he wins it. It's just about his puzzles. There we go. Yeah. Back rank mate, baby. Closest check, baby. Closest check. Closest safe check. Takes priority over those free pieces. Closest safe check, then free pieces. Same thing in that puzzle that you just got wrong. Checks take priority. Always go for the damn checks. You might get 1 or 2 wrong where you actually should have taken a piece and you gave a check instead. But from what I've seen, 9 out of 10, it's the checks. Checks, 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 checks. Yeah, in that one, he had a check available. He didn't go for it. It's the checks. Every single time, the checks will get you somewhere. Hey, we got the stutter step here. He forgot about the stutter step. Oh man, pieces and pawns is an easy 15. An easy 15. Pieces and pawns. You got to listen here. So, you know this one. This is the stutter step. So, not even going to waste more time talking about it. You know the answer here. This one, you took a free piece instead of taking the check. You have to remember that the rules are in a hierarchy, meaning closest safe check to the enemy king is going to be such a priority. Even if there's other stuff going on, the solution to puzzles like 15 or less, especially 10 or less, are almost always a check. Check, 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 check. So you take this piece, it's like great move, but you have to look for like you really need to rule out that there's no possible checks before you look for other moves. Because checks will be the solution almost all the time. And then for this one, again, checks are the solution almost all the time. You got your pieces lined up, check. It's close to the enemy king. Strongest piece, as close as possible to enemy king. He would move here, and then once again, you would do that using the battery. So it's not that this is an easy move to find, and you should be finding it. It's that this move shouldn't be, like, this is never really going to be the answer to a puzzle that's in the first 10 or 12 or 15. Like, this is a pretty weird, it just doesn't do anything. It's not forcing. Puzzles are usually forcing. Checks are the most forcing thing. It makes your opponent react. So that's why checks are going to be the solution 99% of the time early on. Okay. Have to look for checks. That would have got you the answer here. Would have got you the answer in the last one. Checks, 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 checks. Very important. And the stutter step, that's a level 2 habit, but definitely one that we've gone over on stream. So I feel like you got this one too. But checks will change everything. You're going to go for another one? Just slow down and think about the checks. I noticed that you're getting 3 X's when you have like a minute and a half on the clock, right? You can slow down a little bit. You don't have to, especially against this guy, like you don't have to keep pace with him. This guy's a little bit stronger. Slow down, spend 20, 25 seconds on a puzzle, unless you're sure about it. Like those back rank ones are pretty easy. You can fire them out in no time. Because usually what will happen is the first couple puzzles you'll get in 5 seconds or 10 seconds max. So that means if you're about spending 20 seconds per puzzle, then on some later puzzles, you can spend maybe 25 seconds, maybe even 30, because you've done the first one so quickly. So I feel like on some of the later ones, the tougher ones, you're going just as quick as the starting ones. But naturally, the starting ones, you should be doing quicker than the later ones, because obviously they get tougher. But this is an easy 15, for sure. Pieces and pawns. Needs to slow down a little bit, but has it. Definitely has it. Low sub him. Still searching? Yeah, that's fine. I know it does take a while. I don't think the cases matter, Thor, from what I know. Nabe, if you're going over to Puzzle Battle, which is where we are, then you can send a challenge to Pieces and Pawns. Username in the chat that's typing. He'd take your challenge. But that's why I've been saying, like, to try to find matches in the pool. Somehow, some challenges are easy to send and accept, but it has not worked for some people. And your thing is still searching pieces and pawns, like in the regular, like just trying to find a match. I got everyone using Puzzle Battle. We're breaking it. Yeah, I think it was happening to a few people. I think so, Tim. Which is kind of how you should think of puzzles in general. Jeez, it's taking forever. Yeah. Forget about the challenges. I don't think they're working. Just try to wait for a game. Maybe Eric Fran Norland will be down for a game for forever. I think so, Luther. Although that is the case here, right? Or no? Yeah. Yeah, sounds good. Pieces and pawns. Could be Gravity Salad. I think our rules are becoming fairly solid. Back rank, closest check, closest safe check, and taking a free piece. There's no other checks available, so it would have to be with the knight. This one wins a piece. Back rank. Back rank. I'm just not even thinking about the position, like, not even considering anything, just back rank. Back rank. Here, I know it's a sack, but literally just, like, when you see this, like, get a piece to the back rank as soon as possible. It'll just always be the answer. Closest safe check. Closest safe check. Closest safe check. Closest safe check. If I'm looking, there's only one, so it is this one. So this is our stutter step, right? We could do this. And notice how this you might consider, although it is protected, but the stutter step will get you to the right place. Closest safe check, definitely this. Closest safe check. I think this one is one we could get wrong. Could be the pawn or the rook. Stutter step. Now, this is kind of tough. There is a full hanging queen. Full hanging queen. But, as we said, closest safe check does take priority. Alright, closest safe check. I think this one's kind of tough. Like, truly, if you think about it, the closest safe check is queen a6. There's no other ones. But, I think we can all appreciate this is kind of difficult. Queen a6. But it technically follows the rules, so it's an ambiguous one. You could get it right, could not. Closest safe check. Take a free piece. Closest safe check. I guess it's this one. Closest safe check. Again, we're sticking with the theme of like check, 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 check. Again, another kind of ambiguously difficult one, like this and this. But technically, if you think of the idea that level 2 habits is just like check, 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 and win, eventually you'll start getting more and more correct like that. Check. Closest safe check. Closest safe check. You know, and eventually you're going to start getting these where like, maybe this is the answer. This is the closest safe check. Like, of course, we're going to start getting some wrong. Closest safe check. And then this is a pattern that I would probably add to level 3. And definitely wouldn't expect to get correct here. And, you know, that's like a 20, which is a very high score for level 2. But I think we got lucky with some puzzles. We definitely had a lucky run here. Yo, Bortnick. Thanks for the raid. Oh, big shout out to Alexander. Thank you, buddy. I'm trying to help people solve puzzles by coming up with simple rules to follow in order to solve them. That's what I'm workshopping right now. You could also interpret that as me not being able to get more than 20 and being ashamed that the raid just came in and making up and inventing a story for my bruised ego. It's one of those two. Checks, there are none except this. There is a free piece on the board, but there's not really any safe checks. Kind of a tough one though. Checks, well, this is one. Checks, back rank. Checks, back rank. Checks, no. Back rank, no. Free pieces, no. Sacrifices, no. I mean, the answer is this, but I think it's fair to say that this is not really level 1 or even level 2, to be honest. Oh. Wow. It took the guys a while, but there they are. There they are. Does pieces and pawns even know that it's happening? Oh, there he is. Back rank energy, back rank energy, right? Hey, Lucheco just got the chess.com premium. I think that was a platinum. Go, Lucheco. It's a good time to upgrade on a serious note. Because I think chess.com has a Black Friday deal where you get like an extra month if you upgrade your membership, I believe. So it actually is a good time. Closest safe check, baby. Oh my goodness, Lucheco didn't use the link. Oh no. Don't worry, Lucheco. We got you. You think that you didn't use the link and we didn't get you, but we did. Chessbra has had your data for a long time. Longer than you know. That's right, real tea. Okay, this is quite tough, to be honest. Closest safe check. It's that one, but that's pretty tough. What was the one he got wrong? Oh, damn it. I think he went for the F2 pawn or something. Back rank, yep. Honestly, this one's quite tough, I would say. Definitely expecting a wrong answer here. That's impressive, though. Check again. Just not enough time for him. He gets a 12, but he had 2 X's to spare. Definitely had some to spare. But also at the beginning, I think pieces and pawns didn't even start right at the beginning, so. You did do better with more time. The one you got wrong, I guess, did you take on F2? Yeah. It's just this one instead. Less things covering it. Safe check. Yeah, it needs to be a safe check. Go pieces and pawns. All right, here we go. Back rank, baby. Back rank, baby. There we go. Closest safe check. Oh, we've actually seen this exact puzzle before. Back rank, back rank. Back rank, back rank. Always checks, always back ranks. Mm-hmm. Got that one wrong. There's really only one check on the board there. So I do feel like if you just look for the check in any position, if it's not obvious, just put the enemy king in check and it will just be your answer. So that one, for example, he found. Bishop g4. I think that was tougher than the one that he missed. Bishop f7. But you're starting to see, this one here is quite tough as well. Rook check, hanging the knight for queen f2. I guess they stop you after your first check. Closest safe check. Very nice. Oof, this one's a little bit tricky for sure. Nice, that was the only check. Closest safe check to the king. Pieces and pawns is taking his time this time. Oh, stutter step. We don't miss those. We don't miss those. Boom. Closest safe check. Closest safe check. We don't miss those, baby. Oh, this is tough. This is a king move one. You're in check. I mean, this is kind of BS. I don't blame him here. I mean, this is just ridiculous. Like, what the hell? He's literally forced to play bishop back, so he got it right. Hey, power to him, but that was some bullshit right there. Hey, 17. That's pretty damn good. That's pretty damn good. That was a great run. Very nice 17. Hey, congrats to you as well there, Thor. Posted a new high score. 27, my guy. We got progress on both sides. The habits, the habits. I agree, Realty Money. I think a bit more of an accurate representation here. But still, the guy got 17. So I do feel like the habits are still in a pretty good spot right now for level like 1 to 2. Level 3 is definitely going to be incorporating themes that you just have to be familiar with, like this type of checkmate, that type of checkmate. Because it's really going to be the same stuff as levels like 1 and 2, mainly 2, but you just have to be familiar with these more complicated like patterns. Closest safe check, baby. Yeah, I feel like Valentinian is like a pretty good final boss for level like 2 to 3. Maybe 2. But yes, champ, chicken pants. Some of the heavies. Some of the heavies. Honestly speaking, this one's quite tough. But if you follow the rules, very nice. And that is the closest safe check, and it's the answer. That one, I don't blame him. He thought it was back rank. I understand that. It was queen takes f7, which is technically closer and safer. But queen d8, he thought it was a back rank one. I can't blame him. I am, Michael. I am. Very nice. Closest safe check. What's that? Oh, he probably went for the back rank or something. This one's kind of tough here. And this is kind of what I expect from like a guy who's working on level 2 habits. It's like he's getting 10 every time, like consistent 10. That's no problem. So he's definitely a level 1 moving on to level 2 guy. But he's not like acing level 2 where he's just correct every single time, getting like 15 to 20. You know, he'll have some tough runs where he gets 11, 12, 13. It happens. It's going to happen, pieces and pawns. Not every run's going to be 17. This one, you should have pushed the other pawn. Yeah, but I'm fine with you getting this one wrong. This is an endgame. It's a little weird. This one, you went for the back rank, but you had a closest safe check, right? And if you remember, closest safe check, it is kind of 1 and 2 with back rank. But back rank you're looking for mainly in the like first 10 puzzles. And also when the pawns are kind of like this. Or at least there's like a few, like here there's so many escape squares for white that back rank's probably not it. Closest safe check is the first thing you want to look for. And then this one, closest safe check again. You were kind of looking for back rank stuff. So once again, closest safe check. I would hunt for that one first. It seems to be much more common. Back rank. But I understand why you got him wrong. Like, you were hunting for back rank, and you should have been looking for closest safe check. Hi, Liger Binban. Thanks for gifting a sub to Thor. Very kind to you, buddy. Mike, how are you a level 0? You're like a solid 1600 blitz. Have you not done puzzles before, ever, or something? Shouldn't you be a very solid puzzler? Exactly, pieces and pawns. You're not going to jump in and get like 15 plus every single run. But if you think about those rules nonstop, go, 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 and you're using them, I think you can get to a point where you are getting 15 consistently. That's the point. It's not going to be instantaneous. You usually get in the 30s. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. That's crazy, Chessbird. 40, no matter what, is just a great score. I have lots of runs where I don't even get 40. Oh, look at this. The battle of our subjects. It's pieces and pawns and monster yak. It's the subjects going at one another. What's my highest score? I think maybe 47? I don't know without looking. Oh, 48. Let's see here. Oh, both guys are getting ones wrong here. I can't even see this side. Here we go. A little stutter. Stutter was not stepping. Closest safe check. Closest safe check. Closest safe check will bring you the answer a good amount of the time. Yeah, pieces and pawns needs to work on the closest safe check theory. Here, closest safe check. Pieces and pawns is hunting for back rank. Closest safe check. There really needs to be a priority list. Closest safe check will get you the answer here. We're hunting for this. Closest safe check will get you the answer here too. And in this one, closest safe check will get you the answer too. It's literally the first rule of the habits would get you all three of those answers. Closest safe check with your strongest piece. Meanwhile, Monster Yak, damn near putting up a 20 here. Guy's just going insane over there. No, dude, you can chill. Or dude, can you chill? It's closest safe check, meaning closest to the enemy king. To the enemy king. So this is the enemy king. These are the closest possible squares to it. Which one of those is safe? F2. Same thing in the other puzzle. Right? These are the closest squares to the king. That one's safe. In this one, these are the closest squares to the king. That one's safe. When you think of it like that, it's like easy. That rule alone feeds you the answers to all three of the ones that were wrong over here. What ones were wrong on this side? He also got this one wrong? Oh no, he got this one. Closest safe check. So to be fair, he chose a closer square, but it wasn't safe. And so that's why it would be this. Tough one though. That's where they're trying to trick you. Here, closest safe check with your strongest piece would get him the answer. Instead, he took a free piece. Closest safe check is always the answer. And then the final one he got wrong, it's a backwards knight move for mate. It's a tough one though, but he's already at 18, which is a little bit out of the scope of the habits. So Yak is going crazy with it. Rematch for pieces and pawns and Yak. Focus on that first rule. Closest safe check to the enemy king with your strongest piece. That's like the most valuable one. Moistad, are you do you have some picks, sir? Let's see. Battle between these two. Very good. I understand why that took a while. He was hunting for the checks. Hunting for the checks. I like it though. He's taking his time. He's finding the checks. It's good. It's good. It's good. Finding those checks. Okay. This time you're in check. So you actually, yeah, you just have to. You're forced to take these queens. So a hard one to get incorrect. This is puzzle battle, Maori Lizard. To be precise. This is a tough one. I mean, this is an endgame one. If he gets it right, that's just a bonus, but I don't expect. I don't expect anyone to get these right. Whatever. Pretty impressive. Good stuff. Closest safe check. Closest safe check. There, he's feeling it now. Ah, closest. Closest. Wow. That was a pretty serious win there. Very nice. Nice puzzle. Monster Yak has 3 X's. Ooh, he went for Queen A1 there. Oops. That was a very tough one, though. It looks like Knight B3 was the answer or something. This one also looks super tough because you can get the first one because it's the only check. But now, like, that's tough. But with only 15 seconds left, you should be sending a guess here. Hey, and he got it right. God damn. Take it. There you go. Next, next, next. Gotta get that queen way out there. Time ran out, but definitely a better run from pieces and pawns. So this one, closest check with the strongest piece would be, again, Queen F2, right? The first thing you should check are the squares directly around the king. Those are the closest squares. If none of them work, after you've checked them, then go for a check like this. But you have to look at these ones first. Knight here, the only check in the entire position is Queen H4, so that's how you could get it right. It's literally the only check. Oh, he also got this one wrong. So Yak went here, but then needed to find the fork, which is tough, to be honest. So, or maybe he expected the king to move somewhere else. Yeah, kind of some tough problems, though. I can't lie. That was a tough run. That was a tough run. GG's, boys. Definitely seeing some improvement, but also seeing some very clear, like, getting this one down, just knowing that the answer to your puzzle is very often going to be like checks, 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 checks. That's pretty helpful. That's exactly right, Captain Ketchup. Like, That's why I said, like, I can understand why you got it wrong, but technically, if you're listening to the habits, closest safe check will point you in the right direction. It'll bring you the answer a lot of the time. This last one was pretty tough. Yeah, knight b3. This is an example of one that's like, that's straight up tough. I have no solution here. Like, this is just an insanely tough problem for number 14, for number 15. Thanks for playing there, pieces and pawns. You got some stuff to work on. GG's. We had a couple subjects today. Monster Yak. Mimic, pieces and pawns. Zerks are at 21. Thanks for the 2 months with Prime. Part of the second board is cut off. I'm very aware of that. That board doesn't really matter. We're mainly looking for the board on the left. It's okay there, Thor. You're a little too hyper for me. You're also very good at this. You're scoring some big scores, well beyond the scope of the habits. I think you're a little bit stronger than the level that we're looking for here. Lucheko, you're hunting? Oh, Lucheko's in there. Pretty tough, to be honest. You found the check, and a win for Lucheko. Pretty nice. This one, I would say, is quite tough. Definitely outside the scope of the habits. Endgame habits? Yeah, I've definitely thought of it, but endgames are so specific. I think it's kind of tough. Also, how do I showcase the habits, you know? I have to, like, get into a game and, like with puzzles, there's a very obvious way to showcase them by doing puzzles. Blitz habits, bullet habits, yeah. But endgame habits requires, like, what, me to have, like, 1,000, like, custom positions? At that point, it just feels more like a lecture. It's just, like, it's basically me just teaching endgames. Somehow it just doesn't feel as natural. I like the repetitive nature, or like the real life examples of playing against other people. Something about that just doesn't feel very natural. Or it feels like a lot of work preparing all these positions. Yeah, like, yeah, precisely. You have to get to the end games. I do teach end games, Mike. I teach end games 4 times a month in the Chess Broad Gym, our group lesson program. teach a lot of endgames there. But it's hard for me to teach endgames on stream because it would feel very like lecture style, which is not really fun to do on stream, in my opinion. Closest safe check. Oh, Lucheko. Yeah, great idea, Northrop. I've been dying to do that. Closest safe check. It'll always bring you the answer. Closest safe check. Now, admittedly, this one's kind of tough. There's no close safe check, no back rank, no free pieces. Lucheko still gets it, but that's definitely one that I would say is outside the scope. Closest safe check. You just got to be careful not to go there. Well done. Lucheko is battling here. Closest safe check. And again, closest safe check does get you the answer. Although it is a backwards move. But it does get you the answer. Nice. And he's against the sweaty. Holy. Damn. That wasn't really a safe check from Lucheko, so it should have been the other rook first. But that's a pretty good run from the lad. That's a pretty damn good run. Abby245, thanks for the prime. Welcome, welcome. Yo, Pieces and Pawns, thanks for the 5 subs. A quick cinco. Appreciate it, Pieces and Pawns. Thanks for being a test subject. Get those checks in, baby. Yep. Closest safe check. Closest safe check. Closest safe check. Closest. Stutters for that. Yes. There's only a few checks in the entire position. Checks, 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 checks will always be your answer. Even here, you might not know this tactic, but it's the only check. Closest check, again. Yeah, and only other check. That rule alone will get you so far. Like, this seems like a tough puzzle, but when you think about it in terms of safe checks, there's really, like, only one move. Stutter step, very nice. This one's, yeah, pretty tough. But if you, yeah. You move the queen anywhere, it's not going to be the answer. Bishop takes f3. Tough one, tough one. Definitely kind of a level 3 idea there. All right, let's watch one more from Lucheko. See how the lad does. Closest safe check. I see only one. Yeah. Back rank. Yeah. Yeah, bishop f3, tough to explain, Mimic, but the knight was guarding the bishop, so you get rid of the knight, which means that you can win the bishop. And if you lose your queen there, when you take the knight, you're also attacking the enemy queen. So kind of a tough one, to be honest. Thor God tier, you're trolling, buddy. Your best 3-minute is 28. Why do you think I'm not spectating you? This is kind of like a stutter step problem when you think about it. Very nice. Closest safe jack. Damn it. Bishop was defending. Tough puzzle. I think he'll get it, though. Ooh. Yeah, those were some really tough ones, honestly, for Lucheko. But this one, no excuse. Gotta get that closest safe check. Here, closest safe check with your strongest piece. I have to say this is fair, because it is the closest with the strongest piece. The goal is here to move your other rook in, but I can understand doing this one. I can. And this one is honestly just quite tough. So I thought those were definitely a series of hard ones. Go, Lucheko. Tough run, buddy. Tough run. Okay, this is some good stuff. I feel like we have level 1 and 2 pretty fairly drawn up here. Because I also think that there's one rule that I just haven't written on the screen, but if it's an endgame, push the most advanced pawn. I feel like that would have helped Lucheko in the last one. Most important rule being the safe check, and then the probably next most important rule being like your solution should generally involve checks. They like checks. Preparing one, Dino. Preparing one. With the help of the chat. And some test subjects like Lucheko, Artie, Mimic, Pieces and Pawns. It is alfalfa. Hello, buddy. I haven't started it officially yet, but creating it with the help of the chat. I think level 1 and 2 are pretty solid. I do think level 3 needs to be... Level 3 is basically just like adding in very specific things like this pattern, this pattern, this pattern, this pattern. Because level 3 is mostly just the same as level 2, except a more complicated version. Like, it is still like look for the closest check, but it's incorporating tactics. They start to show up like pins, forks, discovered checks, discovered attacks. It'll still be based off the same ideas that would get you the right answer in level 2, but more advanced patterns. That's all. That's right, Ralph. That's right. So I have a few patterns that I'd probably have to just mention for level 3. Because there's one way to teach puzzles where I'm talking about Puzzle Rush, by the way. But these will obviously help you if you just do your regular puzzles. But when you're doing puzzles just normally, like you've probably heard a million times, like, oh yeah, when you're solving puzzles, look for like checks, then look for captures, then look for threats. Like, it's just there's only so far that rule can take you. So I think it's a little easier to make it like a systematic approach if we're doing Puzzle Rush, because then it's like, hey, start with these and just only look for these. Eventually, as you become better or move up the levels, then it'll help your normal puzzles as well. Yep, this is good. Good info. Hello, Mrs. Chicken Wing. You got a 32 today, happiest Bear. Hey, thanks for Rest and Cream. Thank you, Rinya Boxed. Thank you for the gifted sub. MLP, what's up, buddy? Glad it helped there, Mimic. You were a great first subject, sir. Thanks for your assistance today. Learning things. Alright, we'll save it for now. We'll bank it for now. Puzzle Rush is great. It's also really addicting, really fun. Like, I definitely like Puzzle Rush. Yeah, bank it, Tim. Bank it. I want to test the, I do want to test the, arenas. Wow, big announcement. Big Aryan booked for December. Fwah. Booked for this right here. Fan zone with the chest bras. Friday, December 15th, Saturday, December 16th. Toronto, myself and Eric hosting things. There'll be lots of people from the community visiting, viewers, subs, fans, lots of content creators there, and of course the players. These are very old photos. Yeah, very old. Chess Bra Fan Zone. If anyone is coming up to Toronto for a visit, these are great dates. It should be fun. And you can grab a ticket here. Velendrith, that is exactly what I was thinking. Should be obvious. Big news. Aryan confirmed. All right. Good puzzles help. Lucheco, you just clocked at 24? Holy hell. Oh, I guess you did it in Puzzle Battle, so I won't be able to check. Wait, if I click watch, does it take me to Puzzle Battle? Oh, wow, it does. Huh. Yeah, I guess I won't be able to see. They don't store the Puzzle Battle scores. But his best 3 minutes 14. And by the way, you guys have been doing Puzzle Battle because it's better for me to be able to watch on stream. But I have to say, when you guys are actually doing puzzles and using these rules, you should be doing Puzzle Rush 3 minute just on your own, like not against someone. I think it's much better. But obviously, for me to follow along on stream, it is necessary to do the battle. But otherwise, I wouldn't be using Puzzle Battle too much. Lucheco's feeling himself here. Heat check for Lucheco. Holy hell. Big Luch. Yeah, it's fun, Anthony, but like not for the lower rated guys. At that point, it's just too stressful. And usually causes them to blunder or like keep pace when they shouldn't, so I think for like 99% of players, Puzzle Battle is just unnecessary. And Lucheco's killing it right now. He doesn't have any checks. That was a tough one. This one's not so tough. Oh, Lucheco. Stutter step, baby. Kind of tricky. Opponent just got this one wrong. The next couple ones are tricky. Yeah, they both got the same ones wrong. They're both stuck here. They both just heard the time warning, so they're both gonna get it wrong now. Like, panic and make a move and get it wrong. Ooh, pressure's on. Pressure's on. Lucheco? Oh, I think it's Catalonia. Yeah, he really didn't see it. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Yeah, it had to be rook takes bishop and then bishop check to win the piece back. Very tricky one though, I can't lie. I can't lie. All right, I think I'm gonna give the team chess a try. Ugh. Enough puzzles for now. I think I might switch over to our kick channel, but the team chess it's like tournaments, multi-club arena. So it's basically just a regular arena, except it's you and your teammates against other people and their teammates. And as far as I know, it's not just like, I think you can have like 4 clubs in here, for example. So I would just create like 4 new clubs, and then I would only invite like certain people into each one to make the teams pretty even across the board. And then we make a club arena where everybody, like those clubs all join. And then you just try to collect as many points as possible in the arena, and it contributes towards your team's total score. And ultimately, the total score of the team wins the arena. I did not Mohamedov. I was just saying I'll probably switch. I'll just give it a try. But I think I'm going to switch over to our kick channel. Even the L's as well, Mimic. So I'm going to give this a try. The puzzle stuff I'll probably start as like an official series sometime soon. But yeah, if you don't have an account on Kick, !kick is our channel there. kick.com/chessbra. So I hope you can join us over there. Give us a follow if you haven't followed already. We stream quite a lot on Kick as well. Thank you, Germ. I'll definitely be starting it soonish for sure. Just fine-tuning the last bits and pieces of it. But yeah, I'll give this multi-club arena a try. Yeah, I was talking about that earlier, Mimic. I actually have a screenshot of it right here. This is what Chess TV looked like earlier today. Go Kick. If that doesn't get you interested in our Kick channel, then I don't know what will. If the multi-club arena didn't do it, then maybe the thumbnail will. !Kick. Hope to see you guys all over there. And I'll need some players to join these clubs in order to do this club arena. So drop us a follow. I'm going to turn the stream off. And in about 30 seconds, it'll go back on Kick. So I'll see you guys there. Thanks for watching. Nice to see everybody here. I'll start that puzzle series officially soon. But I'm going to try this team format, which seems kind of fun. So I'll see you guys on our Kick channel. !Kick. Kick.com/chessbra. Bye, guys.